The new ban list has just dropped in-game right now. This is not a drill. This is real. Let's hop right into it real quick. The context of Master Duel is we're in a tier 0 meta. Not cool. These are the other decks that have been putting up kind of a fight against Tearlaments. 52% of tournament topping decks of all community tournaments. It's a freaking mess. And this was my quick little ban list prediction on stream of what I really believe would happen with this ban list. So let's see. Let's go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let me zoom in a little bit. Boom. All right, let's scroll. Let's scroll. One by one. Blue. Sprite blue to 2. I think this destroys the ultra rare theory. What the heck? I predicted that Jet would get hit, not blue, and it was pretty much because it's an ultra rare. I guess they do not care about refunding an ultra rare. That is interesting. So if we look at Sprite right now, it is being played alongside the Melfi engine. That's the most popular one because they're able to make Herald of Arclight against Tearlaments, meaning all the Tearlaments cards get banished from the hand to the graveyard or from the deck to the graveyard. And Jet being a super rare, not being restricted over the blue. Wow. I think that if I were to think, maybe it was restricted because it is ultra rare. Not so much maybe it being blue itself, the card, but maybe they didn't want to piss off Sprite players as much by hitting Jet to lessen the deck a bit. And instead they wanted to be able to allow you to refund some of your URCP to be less upset about this hit. And does that work? Are you upset about this? Is this a big problem to you? OCG, Blues at 1, Jets at 1, Starters at 1, all in the OCG. So these are all 3 big choices, and I thought Jet was going to be the one. I'm shocked. Wow. Okay, let's go. Moving on, moving on. Gursu. Wow, someone was asking me that they should unlimit the Gursu, and I was saying, I shot them down. I was like, it's not going to happen because in TCG, Gursu's at 3 only because the Harp Horror is banned. And it looks like I was wrong. It didn't fully unlimit it, but I'm happy to see this because I would like to play some Gursu Orcus Mech Knight. I think that's a fun deck. I made a video on that a couple months ago, and I now have to revisit it. Okay, cool. Very nice. I will be doing that. Let's keep on going. I don't want to spoil myself. Moving, moving, moving. Nadir Servant. Why and how could I even predict this? It makes no sense, right? Well, if you've been paying attention to my educated guesses that I may or may not have been banned from TCG for being so good at my guesses, Dogmatica is guessed to be coming next, and Nadir Servant should be at 2 or 3. Now, why didn't it go at 3? What the heck? Well, OCG has it at 2, and the problem with Nadir Servant is, it would be disingenuous to not mention this to you. It's not just a Dogmatica support card. It's kind of directly connected to a floodgate called Winda, making it so each player can only special summon once. This is a 1-card Winda. Summon this on your opponent's turn. Also send a dark monster the opponent controls to the graveyard. So it is a toxic card, especially when used in Invoke Dogmatica Shadow. So this is what that deck looks like. But I'm very much excited for Pure Shadow or the Alba Zoa. And I think that this pretty much confirms my educated guess. Would you think so? I think so. Let's keep on going. All right, all right. Metaverse? Metaverse from 1 to 2? What? Take a field spell, activate it to your fields, or add it to your hand. All right. It's like a weaker terraforming. Who's even using this? Subterror. Sub to 67% are enjoying it. Phantasm Spiral. If they're really desperate for their field spell, if your whole deck is your field spell, which Subterror and Phantasm Spiral, they really are. Even Lair of Darkness, really desperate for their field spell. Runic, they don't need it because they could search for it with a Hug-In. But okay, these decks using it makes sense, and I guess it's a little bit of a boost for them. Let's keep on going. Ben 10. Ben 10 was limited because of Drytron. Well, what has Drytron been up to lately? pretty much nothing. They haven't been doing anything. You can play Megalith Drytron or regular Drytron. And I may or may not have predicted with an educated guess that something big is coming. The Bystials. And the Bystials are going to counter any deck that's light or dark that requires their graveyard. Which means Drytron could pretty much get their full support back. And they're going to be no good against the Bystials. And you may be thinking, but DK, I'm not going to play a Bystial deck. I care about another deck. You're not playing a Bystial deck. You're playing Bystial in any deck. You could just max out. These are hand traps. So they're big, chunky hand traps that you would replace cards like Ash or Ghost Ogre with. I don't think anything's going to replace Max C. And this will help counter a deck like Tearlament and especially Drytron. So I guess they felt safe with doing this. And that's probably why Ben 10 was not limited or restricted in TCG or OCG at all up to this point because of the Bystials. I do think they were limited at one point, and then they unlimited it because of the Bystials. All right, let's keep on going. And yeah, the main Drytron plays, they do require the grave. Let's go. Sorry for clearing my throat. Okay, that's it for semi-limits. And nothing to be unlimited, by the way. That's not cool. What the heck, Konami? Sometimes they give us a bunch of cards unlimited. Now, to be limited. Keldo from 2 to 1, as you can see. TCG, OCG, limited to 1. So this was an easy guess for me. All the Ishizus to 1. So, you know, at least we got 1 out of 4. This is a shuffler. There's one more shuffler and 2 millers. Let's keep on going. Mudora from 3 to 1. You're going to get free URCP for the Keldo, by the way. All right. You know, again, easy prediction. It's limited to 1 in every format. And you should also know that I've been running tournaments with the Ishizu cards being banned. I did not limit them to 1. So if we look at the latest results of that, with all of them banned, Tearlament was still a good deck, but not by far the best tier 0 deck. And I still don't know if there's going to be any more hits on Tearlament. Some people are maybe expecting Kid Callus to be banned. We're going to be looking at that. I'm expecting Hovness to be limited to 1. But again, this is with Tearlaments being limited to banned. So with them being limited to 1 instead, wouldn't this go up? This would be better. Is Tearlament still gonna be a tier 1 deck? No freaking way. Let's go. All right. Agido from 2 to 1. By the way, I don't know. Did I spoil you by going on that article? Did it show the limits? I didn't even pay attention if it did. I didn't even see it. But all right. There you go. Keldo, Mudora, Agido. Very good. Wait. Forbidden? Cyberstein? Well, I'll get back to you, but where is the 4th one? No. I would look at a Tearlament deck right now. Wait, also, no Hovness to 1? I don't want to look at Tearlament because something might get banned and I don't want to get spoiled, but what the heck? Okay, exchange the spirit. Yeah, what? 1, 2. Kelbeck compared to Agido is an actual hand trap. If your opponent sends a card from their hand to the graveyard or from the deck to the graveyard, you could spin a special summon monster back to the extra. So I guess it helps out turn 2 players a little bit, and maybe that if they wanted to not hit all. It's also ultra rare. That's a big thing too. All right, interesting. All right, now Cyberstein. Wow. I was actually asked about this being banned, and my reasoning for it to not be banned was that Konami OCG is okay with the game being crazy. They love crazy. But the thing is Cyberstein, while crazy, it's kind of summoning a floodgate. I don't want to click on the deck because we could get spoiled here. There is an FTK version. I'm going to show you this because you can't play it anymore anyway. And the main thing it was summoning is Exterio, which I guess we could agree that is a floodgate, right? If I flip up Imperial Order, you're going to say it's a floodgate. This is spell and trap cards are illegal. You're going to negate them, infinite negate pretty much. So that's crazy. But also the TCG, I guess the future that was coming is that Cyberstein was going to be a problem with Super Heavy Samurai, which may be coming soon. So I will show you a deck, Patrick Hoban, if you've heard that name. Oh my Jesus, not playing Upstart Goblin, what a fool. Cyberstein in the main deck, and he was doing it with the Albion Sanctifier Dragon. Why was he doing this? So that he could summon a Puppet Nightmare on your field so that you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except gimmick puppet monsters, aka Floodgate. So I guess this facilitating two different kind of floodgates, Exterio and going into the puppet. Konami had enough of it. That's it. Get it out of here. But in also my reasoning for it to not be banned is that OCG does not have it banned. So very interesting. OCG looking at TCG's homework with this ban. All right. Wow. Okay. Very good. Let's keep on going. Smoke Grenade from 3 to ban. TCG had this banned. I can't believe they're copying TCG's homework. What is going on? And you got to be thinking, how could this card be banned? It looks so crappy, right? It's like 20 years old. If destroyed, you look at your opponent's hand and discard a card from the hand. Well, of course, we're going to have some consistent way to do so, right? Infernoble Knight had a cool way to do so. Basically, where's the thing? Actually, I was using it in a different version. What you could basically do is play Power Tool Dragon in any deck. The Power Tool Braver Dragon, if your deck could make a level 9. So I was playing it in Virtual World, so I'll show you that in a second. The Power Tool Braver Dragon would equip the Smoke Grenade. I'll just show you a deck list with it, actually, right here. Let me rewind here. Where is it? Here is it? Oh my Jesus, I can't. There isn't a recent one here. Oh, here we go. This is it. Yes. Okay. Smoke Grenade here. It is not Virtual World, but I do want to show you that you equip the Smoke Grenade, and actually the Mad Lad's not playing it. Shoot. What the heck? Why are y'all not playing the there it is. There's the combo. So the Power Tool Dragon, sorry for taking this long. The Power Tool Dragon would equip the Smoke Grenade and the Rod of Silence at the same time, which would destroy the Smoke Grenade. And then also your Power Tool would have a monster negate. So again, this really wasn't that prevalent. It's just a sacky thing that you could do turn 1. And maybe OCG is turning a different side. They do not want sacking turn 1. Anti-Floodgate, anti-look at the hand and rip cards. Okay, interesting. This has really fallen out of relevance. People were complaining about it months ago, so this seems really late. Kind of interesting. And the new decks that are coming up, I don't really see how this would have became more relevant. Just seems like a late ban. Terraforming ban? We're the first one to ban it? Oh, OCG, TCG not banned, but we have it banned. And they gave, wait, what kind of trade deal is this? You get second copy of Metaverse? I wasn't even using one. What the? And they give us a terraforming. I would say my insight on this is that the upcoming, the thing is, are they really banning this early for upcoming cards? Because this field spell is quite nuts. Just like the Tearlaments have a really good field spell, I think that, you see, it's already limited to 1 in OCG. They don't want you to have 2 copies of a broken field spell that they just want to put at 1. So that's probably, they just want to get it out of the way. What were all the decks? The main decks using terraforming, of course, Tearlament being a big one. Wander, oh yeah, your map, if they want your map at 1, they don't want you to have another way to search it, even though we're going to search it anyway with the Empin or the Advents. Okay. I just think that the newer field spells are a little too broken and they don't like it. Now, Endy Mion, I think, also Tearlament, or not that, blah, 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 blah. It was searching for Necro Valley and the Spellcaster Village in addition to Chicken Game. So there's also toxic Floodgate field spells on top of the broken ones that are being used in Tearlament and Kashtira. Now, let's keep on going. All right. Wait, hold up. This is it? All changes? Not a single Tearlament. No Tearlament on the ban list. I think this confirms a theory. Are you ready for the theory? This is confirmation. Please correct me if I'm wrong. They will not ban or restrict a card that's still in the shop. They won't do it. If you predict that they ever would, you would just be wrong. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, They don't do it. I don't think they'll do it. Unless it's on release, they're not going to announce a restriction when you could still buy the cards. Wow, that is shocking. And they didn't put all the Ishizus to 1. Now, there's a saving grace to this. You tell me if this is the saving grace. I did say this on stream. I said that in order to sell Bestial, they don't want to kill Tearlament. They want Tearlament to still be very good, and they want Reddit, they want me, they want tournaments to say, hey, stop complaining about tier, just play Bestial, because they are all quick effect Deity Crow if your opponent has a monster in the field. And it is true that Tearlament is going to use Bestial also to help make Beatrice for some plays and also counter the mirror match. But that does not change the fact that other decks will have access to very good hand traps. They're so good that OCG, limited to 1. Druiswarm, limited to 1. Also, Lubellion, limited to 1. So these are coming. Well, it is my educated guess that are coming. And, you know, I pretty much... they put the Nadir Servant to 2, which kind of confirms my grouped up leaks, I'd say. I mean, my guess is, wow, that's shocking. That they did not hit the Ishizu cards, at least all of them to 1. Why did they hold back? There's got to be some comments on this, right? Wow. Blue to 2. My next stream is going to be on Sunday with this new ban list. We're going to apply the ban list right away, but for in-game, it's going to be June 8th. I have to see what some people are saying. Is there anyone saying stuff? There's people saying stuff. Funny, sad, sad, and funny are the highest reacts. Worst ban list ever. Terraform, why? Yeah, it's really messed up. I like to continually say that Konami should avoid collateral damage. And we looked at the decks that are using terraforming that are not Tearlaments, and this is collateral damage for those other decks that enjoy field spells. Another recent collateral damage was the Foolish Burial Goods. This was massive collateral damage for other decks that enjoyed this. Umi Control, you also had the Lunalights. So what is Konami doing? What the, but you know, I'm sorry. I'm kind of on the side of terraforming getting hit because it's tied to Floodgate field spells, and also Konami just wants to make field spells really good, like the Tearlament and the Kashtira one. Wow, they are really focused on it. Did they just forget the Kelbeck? What did they just forgot it? Yes, they had to have forgot it. Yeah, no Sprite Elf, but I did predict that they would not hit it. I just felt like it wasn't the time, and I did not think that they would hit the elf. Okay, Drytron player rejoices. You're temporarily rejoicing right before Bestial comes out. I mean, I'm really sorry. I don't want to be doom and gloom, but this really does kill decks that are light or dark and require the graveyard. So if your deck's light or dark and doesn't require the graveyard, you're fine. But otherwise, this is going to be a big deal. People will be main decking 6 to 7 to 9 of the Bestials, especially if Tearlament is still relevant. Is crazy. It's crazy. Dogmatica enthusiasts, rise and rejoice. I wish it would have gone to 3, but you know, it is tied to Winda, to be fair. Okay. Elmea, what? No, I mean, what? Terraforming banned, huh? Terraforming is brutal and unnecessary hit to rogue decks. You know what else was brutal and unnecessary for rogue decks that I still remember to this day? Prosperity. Because rogue decks are generally not that consistent, so you want to dig for your rogue card to get your combo going, but as you can see, most used flew on to freaking ease, got this card limited to 1. That is annoying, and you know, I don't blame Tearlaments only, also blame Kashtira for the terraforming hit. That's what I'm standing by. Yeah, what else is good? Goodbye, Ishizu. I don't know about that, mate. I don't know. I mean, Tier is still going to be playing the Ishizu. The Ishizus are going to get in the graveyard, okay? Let's take a look at a Tearlament deck list here. Is this really going to be that messed up? Let's look at a first place deck list here. All right, let's copy this. Even though this deck's kind of funky, it's got a danger in here. So let's go to the deck builder here. What did the deck lose? You go down to 1 Kelbeck, or wait, no, didn't even get hit, Keck W. Okay, 1, 1, 1. You still, I mean, you gotta plus this up. Get this out of here. What are you doing, mate? And you're still gonna be milling 3 with the Scream. You're still gonna be milling 3 with Chain Hovness, Keck W. You're gonna mill 3 with the Sharon. Your Keldos cert being able to discard the Agido or Kelbeck, even the Mudora doing so, that's gonna be less consistent. What they did actually lose is consistently being able to make a rank 4 exceed if your opponent is floodgating them up. So they did lose consistent Baguska, consistent Dryden, consistent Zeus. I do think so. They did lose that a bit. And, you know, Sharon mill 3, Hovness mill 3, kind of, you know, the Scream mill 3. And then, of course, you got the mill 8 combo with Kid Kalos. Mill 8 to hit your 3 millers. You got 3 millers. You can pretend like the Agido doesn't even exist. You just got 3 Calback. They're still going to be milling quite consistently, I'd say, with this. This is tier 1 easy. Let's be real. This is a tier 1 deck. Is it tier 0 though? Oh my Jesus. If we're going to say tier 0 is 50%, I do say it's no longer tier 0. But I think it's still gonna be the sole tier 1, probably the best tier 1. The Ishizu cards really screwed up Branded Fusion. So I think that this could maybe make a big comeback. Branded Despia, especially the new support I'll be leaking tomorrow. Check out that video tomorrow of the new way to play Branded from the new pack. Because they would send the Albaz, and then the Albaz, even if it was banished by a DD Crow or a Bystial, you still got to fuse in your Mirror Jade. But now with the Ishizu shufflers, if they shuffle the Albaz back in the deck, you're done. It's over. And I guess the shufflers are going to be less consistent. And I do think that Ishizu, or I should say Tearlament, they're going to be playing they're going to play Foolish Burial, I'd say. Foolish Burial is going to be added to the deck now to make up for this. So in a way, yeah, they lose all this, but then +1 Foolish Burial. All right, I think that's all that we're going to say for the... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You thought I wouldn't see you, Diviner. Well. On normal summon, don't give an F about how many Ishizu cards you are playing, because you're going to send whichever Ishizu card you want from your deck to the grave. Oh my... Yep. Diviner stocks are going up. Yeah, I think Tier is just going to play Diviners now. Yeah, there you go. Gotcha. Still top tier. Maybe not tier 0 anymore, but the Bystials are coming, so it's going to be wild. We're going to have a big tournament coming on this Sunday with the new ban list. Thank you very much for watching this long video. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else with the ban list. Let me make sure with these comments. Terraforming, ban of all time. Tier, still best deck. Yep, I do think so. And I think Diviner is going to be the way now. Diviner. Nadir, yup. Ishizu, wow, it is really popping in this comments. Leave a comment in the YouTube or in this article if you'd like. We're going to link this in the pinned comment. I'd very much appreciate that. I love reading this, especially in bed at night. And we are out. Good night.